What's up, guys? This is Soraya Letournelle, and today we're going to talk about Palisades and Waikoloa Village and how they compare to each other and which one you should pick. Here is all the deets. So, Palisades, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about each neighborhood and talk about the pros and cons of each one, and then I'm going to do a pretty short comparison of both neighborhoods and which one I would pick using different categories, or which one you would pick using different comparable categories. So the first one that we're going to get into is Palisades. So what are the pros of Palisades, this particular neighborhood in Kailua-Kona? The main thing about it is it's super close to Kailua-Kona. You've got the airport right down the strip. It's a big hill, so usually it's a higher elevation. You're much cooler at the top of the neighborhood. A lot of homes in Palisades have ocean views because it's on a hill and you're looking straight at the ocean, which is pretty cool. It's a very established neighborhood. There's almost no new construction, very, very few vacant lots available. So those are all the pros of Palisades. The cons of Palisades is that the homes are a little bit expensive. They're cheaper than Kona, but they are a little bit more expensive than usual. They're $900,000 all the way up to $1.3 million in most of them. They are usually smaller lots because it's a high density area. So you have very small lots and it's home after home after home after home. So there's a lot of people living in Palisades. As a result of a higher population, you usually have traffic and congestion right here in Palisades. And so if you have a home that's right on the main road, usually you get a lot of road noise constantly. So it's one of the big cons of living there. If you're in the roads that are parallel or a bit further, it's usually easier and you have less noise, but still tons of traffic. Waikoloa Village. Usually, people who are looking in Palisades are also looking in Waikoloa Village because the price points are pretty similar, and the only difference, they're pretty far apart. If you look at a map, you'll see that between Palisades and Waikoloa Village is about 35 to 40 minute drive. But when you're looking at homes, because those prices overlap, a lot of people compare them to each other. Okay, so what are the pros of living in Waikoloa Village? It's more affordable than Palisades. You can find properties in the lower $700,000 all the way to $1.1 million. The homes that are $1.1 million are usually brand new build, peekaboo views of the ocean. Most of the time they don't. And the other pro about Waikoloa Village is that you have a lot of local amenities to that area. And it's usually included in your HOA. There's a very small HOA that most homes in Waikoloa Village have to pay and are a part of. And so with that, you have access to a community pool, tennis courts. There's also a golf course that you have to pay for a membership. And they finished building new shopping centers in Waikoloa Village. So you have new dining options, new gas station, new grocery shopping. They're also building an apartment complex for rentals, which is kind of nice. I think it's going to be one of the first ones on the West Coast that's just for that. Another pro of Waikoloa Village is that you have a very close-knit community vibe. There's a lot of regular local events in the area, which is nice. There's definitely room for new developments because Waikoloa Village is like this. They keep building outside, and they're creating like full new neighborhoods, new streets, new everything. So if you're looking for a custom home where you want to be able to set your floor plan and you want to have exactly what you want, you can do that in Waikoloa Village. You can buy a lot of land and then build right on there. It's easier than other areas because you have access to county water, electric, everything is right there. Okay, so what are the cons of living in Waikoloa Village? Usually you have a longer commute. Waikoloa Village is really in the middle of nothing. If you look at a map, it's all desert around there. So Most people who live in Waikoloa Village have to commute to Waimea, they have to commute to Waikoloa Beach Resort or to Kona, so they have quite a bit of a commute for shopping, work, or dining. You are a much lower elevation, so it's very hot in the summer months. It's usually warmer in general, so it's pretty dry and warm. So most of the homes will have an AC unit in them. It's also a very windy area, and it's no joke. It's like real wind. It's called Waikoloa for a reason, so it's very, very windy over there. But if you're fine with all that, then you'll like it. So overall comparison between Palisades and Waikoloa Village, I'm gonna use 4 different categories for you to look at, and then we'll talk about each one and see like which one fits what you're looking for. So lifestyle and convenience, to me, Palisades is better if you live in Kona and you do a lot of stuff in Kona. If you're looking for something where you don't need to be in Kona all the time, Waikoloa could be better because it's way quieter, it's more chill. So it just depends what you're looking for. Climate and environment, Palisades is cooler, it's more lush, it's more tropical, it's got more of that Hawaii vibe. And Waikoloa is warm, it's very dry, and it's very windy. You pick which one is best for you. The cost of living is different. The homes are more expensive in Palisades because you get ocean views because you're closer to Kona. Waikoloa usually appeals to families and retirees because they have a new school system. It's quieter. You have pretty easy access to the Waimea Hospital or the Kona Hospital. They have their own clinic in Waikoloa, and also all of the top beaches on the island are really close to Waikoloa Village. It's just a straight down from there. So it's really nice if you have more of a retirement life and you don't need the hustle and bustle of Kona. Community and amenities, both have very community vibes. You can do a lot of things in each one. It's very close-knit. But I would say they vary mostly in the amenities available. Palisades has everything that you need or can think of right next to you, versus Waikoloa is a little bit more of a drive. They have a few things, like it's up and coming. They're definitely building like new shopping centers, like it's all coming, but they don't have everything right now. It's like still in development phase, it feels like, versus Kona is established. So that those are just, I would say, as far as amenities, like the top 2 things to think about. So which community or neighborhood is best for you? That's up to you to decide. It's going to depend on your lifestyle, your budget, and your need for proximity to Kailua-Kona. And then between those 3 things, you're going to need to prioritize them. And I think that's how you pick. That's how you pick where you want to live. So I hope this was kind of helpful to let you know the little battle between those 2 neighborhoods. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to pop a DM if you want me to compare any 2 neighborhoods. I will definitely do a video on those. And I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Aloha!